What's going on, guys? My name's Thieving, and today I'm making a video explaining my thoughts on the recent changes to the OSBuddy client, which has really changed my and the community's view on third-party clients. I don't like making third-party client videos because inadvertently, even if I say not to use them, I'm still advertising the client. But a client that I've mentioned and recommended in the past has recently added some features that take third-party functionality to a whole new level. In an update 2 days ago, OSBuddy added 4 key plugins to the free version that I'd like to talk about. The first and most overpowered one is left-clicking offering bones, which is so similar to using auto hotkeys, which is a bannable offense for using in old school. So this new plugin lets you left-click once on the altar, and it will use the bones in your invent on the altar for prayer XP. So to break that down, that's 3 different movements in one single click. Firstly, it goes to the first bone in your inventory, presses use, then moves the mouse back to the altar in one click. The next one, which I think is also pretty controversial, is one-click firemaking, where you can click on the logs to light them, which removes the motion of moving your mouse from your tinderbox to the logs. OSBuddy also added a blackjacking plugin, which has previously been seen on Runelight Plus, which is a client I'll be talking about shortly. The blackjacking plugin uses the menu entry swapping technique seen in pretty much all kinds of third-party clients, but it changes the knockout and pickpocket option depending on the state of the bandit or thug that you're training on. The last one, which is also in Runelight Plus, is one-click construction, which is similar to the blackjacking one, but changes the build and remove option while you're training. So after thoroughly looking through the features of OSBuddy, Runelight, and Runelight Plus, this is the conclusion I've come to. Runelight, in my opinion, is the only third-party client that is really following how third-party clients should run and be governed. There's no overly powerful features, but it includes tons of useful ones like extending your render distance and small menu entry swappers like exchanging tools at your leprechaun. It's the client I personally use on a daily basis. Runelight Plus contains a lot of the banned plugins that were made for Runelight but didn't get through because of how powerful they were. Personally, I don't advise using Runelight Plus. There's been a small number of people that have been banned from it, but only from using the very powerful plugins. Now, Runelight Plus does have menu entry swapping, but it is more powerful than Runelight, where, for example, the same blackjacking method from OSBuddy that was actually firstly introduced to Runelight Plus. Runelight Plus also has a ton of overlay features, which have never been confirmed or really spoken about by Jagex. Ones like the Zora helper, which doesn't actually click on anything, it just tells you where to stand. Now, OSBuddy, on the other hand, has taken it a step further than Runelight Plus. They added plugins that simulate mouse movement and clicks, similar to auto hotkeys, which was banned in 2017. The left-clicking on the altar for offering bones is actually more powerful than AHK, since the mouse movement required changes for each bone. As far as I'm aware, no clients have this AHK type of movement, not even Runelight Plus. Yes, the overlays are very powerful, but they're not exactly removing any clicks or moving your mouse around for you. To put it in perspective, if you put the same rules for the altar and firemaking plugin and apply them to other in-game instances, the possibilities become as outrageous as some of the AHK scripts were back in the day. OSRS on Twitter displayed these possibilities. According to the OSBuddy developer, these plugins are going to make an appearance into OSBuddy in the next few days. I understand it's really hard for Jagex to draw a line with third-party clients because a lot of players will abuse the boundaries and try to get unbanned, but to me it seems like these boundaries are already being abused and pushed with this recent OSBuddy update. In my opinion, Jagex needs to update their client to something as functionable and toggleable as Runelight. This completely solves the problem of third-party clients, since no one will be using them if the official client worked really well. I'd like to finish off by saying I don't recommend using Runelight Plus. I'm unsure about its safety, and it isn't run by a big governing team like the official Runelight. I'm a little wary of OSBuddy until we hear some public news from Jagex, because as far as I can see, if we go back to the update in 2017, this is all completely against the rules. If I were you, I would only be using the official Runelight client or the official Runescape client. Of course, you're always at your own risk when you're using a third-party program or client, so make sure you have the real and safe one installed and keep up to date with how Jagex views third-party clients. So that was a bit of an interesting video today. What do you think? Are these plugins too powerful, or does it show something about the direction of old school RuneScape? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.